was Alpha, then Delta, then Omicron next. But this latest variant might be the best. It's XBB.1.5. Another brand of COVID-19 has arrived. It's a new strain, but it isn't the same. Sounds more like Elon Musk's kid's name. It's XBB.
I wonder how much money they pay this guy to do this. Hello friends, welcome to Look and Live. You here with Pastor James Devallon, and this is another reaction video. Listen, man, I wanted to share my perspective on Jimmy Fallon. There was a time Jimmy Fallon just made sense. You know, the time when people had their sanity. We weren't so politically driven and weren't all crazy about every little things. Jimmy Fallon used to make sense to me. But lately, I think he's done lost his mind, and I think this video confirms my preconceived notion concerning him. I don't know if he's preconceived anymore because he's been tested and proven. It seems like a lot of people are losing their minds. Now, I want you to listen to this. I'm going to let him run through it. I pause for the sake of copyrights and just ask some questions along the way. All right, let's get to it.
Guys, I read about a new COVID variant that has some people worried. It's called XBB.1.5. I guess I couldn't think of a catchier name, and it actually inspired me to write a tiny song.
There was Alpha, then Delta, then Omicron next. But this latest variant might be the best. It's XBB.1.5. Another brand of COVID-19 has arrived. It's a new strain, but it isn't the same. Sounds more like Elon Musk's kid's name. It's XBB.1.5, not UB40 who sings Red Red Wine. Put on your mask when you're inside a facility. It could be a robot from a Star Wars trilogy. It's
I know, cringe, weird, embarrassing. This is more like a promotion, I will say, in favor of the inoculation, you know what I mean? Rather than, I don't know, man. There's some stuff that they do that are funny. I've heard Jimmy Fallon in many cases where he is funny in some things. But this right here is just weird listening to that. Obviously this is a promotion. This is like a commercial. This is a PSA. This is an appeal for us to go ahead and put on our mask and to get some more of that magic portion, which I want nothing to do with.
XBB.1.5, not OMG or MP3 or TCBY or an eye chart made by a really high guy. Sounds like the password of your parents' Wi-Fi. It's XBB.1.5. XBB.1.5.
I don't know what to do with that. I was just all together. The only word that I have is cringe, weird, embarrassing. These are the words I can think about. Not funny. And I don't know, man. I get it, though. I think some people may respond to something like this, right? They might say, man, yeah, Jimmy Fallon had a song. So I think because of the song that Jimmy Fallon played on his show, therefore, I'm going to go and get my magic portion. I'm going to be injected. You know, not so for me. I mean, you can't move me with this. You're going to have to come with something better than that. Especially when it's been months and years people trying to convince many of us this is good for you. Jimmy Fallon's song is not gonna get it done. That's not gonna move or sway my conviction in any way. As a matter of fact, it's more of a turnoff. But again, it's very obvious this is an appeal. This is a commercial. This is a PSA. I'm sure. I'm just being presumptuous here. I'm sure they're cutting him a check. I'm sure Pfizer and many of these vax organizations and companies are gonna be like, yeah. I mean, despite what's happening with all our athletes and all this crazy stuff that's going on, and people are hurting, people in nursing homes are dying, heart attacks are increasing, strokes are increasing. While many of our experts refuse to make a link, which I've already have, it's not that hard to tell. However, neglecting all of that stuff and go on to make a song, I don't know. I think it's just, that's not even funny. It's more cruel than anything, man. It's despicable. That's my perception on that, and somebody else may disagree with me. Yeah, it reminds me of what Jesus says. Jesus says in the last days, we're gonna have false Christs and false prophets. You know, oftentimes I tell people, like, false Christs and false prophets are not always religious. Sometimes they oftentimes are religious, but you can have a false prophet who tend to speak on behalf of science that are misleading people as well. And we have plenty of that around the world. And I think another thing to see is the use of music, how music is such a powerful means to appeal to the mind. So by using music, something catchy, you're going to get people to pay attention, eventually bow down. I think of Nebuchadnezzar's golden image, that in order for Nebuchadnezzar to get people to worship, he didn't just call the rich and the affluents. No, what he did, this is what he said. Therefore, at the time when all the people hear the sounds of the cornet, the flutes and harp, sackbut, psaltery, all kind of music, all the people in the nations and language fell down and worshiped the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar, the king, has set up. I'm not sure if you noticed that there is a religious component, and I'm saying this, and I'm not taking it back. There is a religious component attached to the injection, the inoculation, pestilence 19 magic portion, the Fauci ouchie. There is a religious movement in that. If you think about the way it is protected, kept, practiced, the laws and bylaws, the principles and stuff, how it is backed, promoted, lifted up, glorified, it becomes literally, and not just a medicine anymore. It's a religion. And if you don't sign on to it, you are in trouble. And you notice how Nebuchadnezzar used music to his advantage to get people to bow down and worship that golden image. This is idolatry. You know, if you think about it, this whole thing with the VAX, pestilence 19 magic portion, it's a form of idolatry. They go as far as worshiping the thing, and the narrative is changing, but yet people are not paying attention. It's almost like, can't you tell, can't you see that majority of us don't believe? Yet Jimmy Fallon went on to make a song. That's exactly what we need today. Okay, sir. Whatever you say. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon for more of my notification uploads. Check out our links below, and I'll put some recommendation on the side here. Check them out to see what else is going on in this channel. And if you want to become one of our community members, you want to join the Look and Live family, you go ahead and do that so you can keep us going. We have a lot happening in this channel. Until next time, and as always, remember to look unto Jesus and to live by faith. Have a good one. Bye.